Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good evening. A couple of new developments in the news today. Um, and a lot of us out here are still doing the work that we do best, and that's continues to spread the word about a revolution, continuously educate people on the issues that we face, let them know who's on the same side of the issues they care about, and let them know who's down for actually making change happen, making real change happen. But what we've witnessed here recently is supposedly the person that we're supposed to run for cover for is Hillary Rodham Clinton. Have you guys? I'm sure you guys hear it in the news feeds of on Facebook, Twitter, the corporate media. They've all in the tank for Hillary Rodham Clinton, and they've all told us that, hey, you got to vote for Hillary Rodham Clinton because of big bad Donald Trump. That's what they told us. They told us that if you don't vote for Hillary Rodham Clinton, that means that you're for Donald Trump. That's what they said. I made a comment the other day that I was leaving the Democratic Party, and then someone said, "Does this mean that you're not going to vote for Trump?" First off, I was never going to vote for Trump. I've never been down for Trump. Real progressives have never been down for Trump. But somehow, some way, when you're opposed to the status quo, they like to say that means you're actually for Trump. Like, really? How ironic is this? The person we're supposed to run for cover for is Hillary Rodham Clinton, right? If Hillary Rodham Clinton is the person that we're supposed to run for cover for, she can't even stay out of trouble with the law. I'm just going to break it. I mean, literally. She can't even stay out of an investigation, but we're supposed to run for cover for her. It turns out that the person that's supposed to save us has actually done everything that we feared that Donald Trump could actually do. Now, granted, we're not in the tank for Donald Trump. We oppose him every step of the way. But we don't expect anything of Donald Trump. That's why we never really talk about Donald Trump. And every news outlet and all the corporate media is talking about Donald Trump. There's no point in us wasting our time there. But the thing is, her email scandal has come back to light. All of a sudden now the investigation is back on. How ironic. You know what? I want a woman president. That's why I'm supporting Jill Stein. And I want the first woman president to not be tainted with FBI investigations. And we want a woman president, but we don't want it at any cost. This is an embarrassment that a major political candidate can't stay out of trouble with the law. This is not acceptable. It's unacceptable. And what it does show is the DNC, who's always tried to accuse us of being down for Donald Trump if we don't vote for Hillary Clinton. It turns out, from the looks of it, you guys were willing to risk a Donald Trump presidency by putting up someone who was under an FBI investigation, who was wildly unliked by the public. You did this. You did this against Senator Bernie Sanders, who was defeating Trump by 15 points in every matchup poll. You guys did that. And now you want to moan to us about your flawed candidate that no one likes, who can't even hardly fill a small room. So you're kind of on your own with this. You didn't need us in the primary, so don't be texting my phone asking me, will I come out and support Hillary Clinton, because the answer is going to be no. Don't come texting my phone asking me, will I help you against Trump? The answer is still no. You think we're stupid? Like, really? Do you guys really think we're stupid? We told you guys from the beginning that we were, at the time, burning your bus. And now we're jail a bus. So we told you guys at the time that we would, in no situation ever, vote for Hillary Rodham Clinton. And you guys thought we was lying. You thought we was playing. You didn't think. You didn't think. That's what it was. You didn't think. And you know what else though? Things are gonna start to change, because you're not gonna be the sheepdog people in the voting for your flawed candidate ever again. We're no longer interested in voting for your so-called lesser of the two evil anymore, when we know that the same candidate that you put in front of us are working backroom deals behind closed doors with his donors while telling us one thing. How do we know these things? How do we know these things? I once alluded to it months ago in a video called "How Voting for the Lesser of the Two Evils is the Most Brilliant Strategy ever use against us to put a rigged system in, to make a rigged system in place, to put a rigged system in place, to keep a rigged system in place. But we have even more proof that it's true now. Because who said they have a private view and a public view? You right. Hillary Rodham Clinton, the one that we're supposed to be afraid of. Listen, I can't sleep well at night with a Donald Trump presidency. Make no mistake about it. But let's be clear. I also can't sleep well at night with a Hillary Rodham Clinton presidency. But also, Donald Trump, who's died at the hands of his bad judgment? Who's been bombed because of Donald Trump? Donald Trump has said horrible things. Hillary Rodham Clinton has actually done horrible things. So let's not get these two twisted. And let's not forget that they're both, that Trump is a plant in order to elevate the most corrupt, worst, embarrassing political candidate to ever run for office, at least in modern times. Let's get that straight. And another thing too, you vote blues out here, you guys have to understand, we are not in this just for this election. You all may be out there to the point to where you're gonna just stay tuned into the election, and then after the election you're gonna go home and you're gonna result and let CNN take it over and tell you what to do from there. But that's not what we're about here. We're playing chess, not checkers. Our goal is to stack the House and the Senate with progressives, just like the Tea Party did. And if Jill Stein doesn't make it, we want to at least make the Green Party or third party competitive. So at least we have the opportunity, if we do have to deal with Hillary Clinton presidency or Donald Trump presidency, that we can bounce them out in 2020. That's what this is all about with us. That's what it's all about. We have to play the long game here. This is about the long game. But I have to come back to this. I have to do it. You guys probably hate to hear it, but I have to come back here. Economics is king. Economics is king. If we don't learn economics now, all the stuff I just said it's worthless. It doesn't mean nothing. Nothing that I said means nothing if we're not going to learn economics. If we're not going to spread economics. If we're not going to tell a friend and get that friend to tell a friend, that friend tell a friend, because we need an economic movement. Are they going to kill us with they slash and spending, and these deficit hawks are going to kill us? A Hillary Rodham Clinton presidency could possibly be the sequel. What happened? What happened when Bill Clinton was president? He brags about balancing the budget. He did that. He balanced the budget on the backs of poor people. He pulled money out of the economy that led to a recession. Hillary Rodham Clinton has said that she would put him in charge of in charge of maybe an economic role in her cabinet. Last time Bill Clinton was in office, they sold us out. They sold us out, this crime bill. They sold us out in order to win over white conservative voters. That's what they did. I'm from the state of Alabama. I've been a Democrat up until recently, all my life. I walked around and bragged about, yeah, Democrats can win down here in a red state because Bill Clinton did. And look, don't get me wrong, I'm not ever giving up hope that we can get a real progressive movement down here. I'll never give that up, because I believe we the strengths and numbers with young people. We just have to turn them out and get them educated and get them to the polls. That I still believe that. But thinking back about me bragging about, yeah, but Bill Clinton actually did win the state one year, a red Republican state. Thinking back on it, he won it because he sold us out to the white conservative vote. He wanted to show how tough on crime he can be, and put more of us in jail than anyone in the nation. Seeing people defend this law makes me want to throw up. Seeing people go out of their way to defend that crime bill. I don't care what you've done. I'm not a smoker. But damn, no one deserved 10 years in prison for a petty marijuana charge. The three strike law, the mandatory minimums that are an embarrassment to our nation, domestically and internationally. We already have overzealous prosecutors that are willing to kill people, and I'm not holding back, willing to kill people just to look good in front of a courtroom, just to make their resume just to blossom their resume. We have those people. Don't tell me we don't. You have George Stinney, 14-year-old kid from South Carolina, hung. No, electrocuted. 14-year-old kid for a crime he didn't commit. And I'm going to go back and I'll mention this because I want something to be done about this. Anthony Hinton from my home state, 30 years on death row, 3 decades in prison for a crime he did not commit. He fought for decades to try to get prosecutors to retest the evidence. Not only did they not retest the evidence, but they fought for decades to make sure that he couldn't retest the evidence. Now, what does that mean, guys? What does that mean? I tell you what it means. I'll tell you this. 30 years later, the man is free now. Do you know what evidence exonerated him? Do you know what evidence exonerated him? The same evidence that he tried to get the prosecutor to retest for decades. You guys know what happened, right? You know what happened. They didn't let him retest the evidence because they either, one, wasn't quite sure that the evidence that their case against him would hold up, and two, no, they always knew it was a possibility he could be innocent. Because if they didn't, they would have retested the evidence. But they were more concerned about a case they just won. So my thing is, you put a man on death row for a crime he didn't commit. And I think this should be investigated, and I think those prosecutors should be charged with attempted murder. This has been 2 years ago. I'm going to continue to talk about it. Because I don't care how much money you want to pay him. I don't care if you want to pay him $20, $30 million. I don't care. I want to see a prosecutor in prison. And it's not just this case. It's not just this case. When are we going to ever start holding prosecutors accountable for sending innocent people to jail? When? Innocent people never go to jail in this country by accident. They never have. They never have. They never have. Our judicial system is a complete joke. Hillary Rodham Clinton believes in the death penalty. During the beginning of this primary, before I had endorsed anyone, of course I was always leaning towards Bernie, but I honestly at the time, you know, I knew I wasn't down for Hillary Rodham Clinton, but at the same point in time, I still wanted to look at both candidates as I'm still evolving politically. I've been studying into politics since I was 10 years old, but I've always evolved. So as I'm in the process of evolving, I know the things I care about. I know the issues that really matter to me now. And wrongful imprisonment is the top number one on my list. It's like the biggest one on my list. Then war, and then it's economics. Well, economics is king because all that has to, if money makes the world go round, and without economics, the debt hawks will kill us, and none of the other stuff I'm talking about would actually matter. But what I'm saying is, Hillary Rodham Clinton said that she wanted to try to fix the death penalty. Really? There's someone right now on death row who doesn't have time for you to try to fix it. It needs to be abolished immediately. Immediately. It needs to be abolished. Immediately. Senator Bernie Sanders was always on record saying it needs to be done away with for the very same reasons I'm talking about now. For the very same reasons I'm talking about now. But the good thing is Jill Stein is against the death penalty. Jill Stein is against private prisons. Jill Stein is against the disastrous crime bill. Jill Stein is against the disastrous wars. Jill Stein is the only progressive standing. And as I see the corporate media and the people in the news feed try to scramble and post up nice little articles of how Hillary Clinton's investigation is not ongoing, yeah, that is a pipe dream. It is an ongoing investigation. It has been reopened. And this is what scares me about Hillary Rodham Clinton's presidency. It doesn't matter what she do, they will come out in droves and try to defend her. Droves. That's what makes it scary. So the person that we're supposed to run to can't even stay out of trouble with the law. Go figure. A presidential candidate of a major party can't even stay out of trouble with the law. But we're supposed to run to her for leadership with her disastrous, failed political career. The Iraq War, Libya, Honduras. She's hawkish. The crime bill that she didn't vote for, but she praised and talked about how it was a well-rounded plan. But she had to go after these super predators, these super predators. And now we're supposed to forget. And you know what? I'm going to bring this up because it needs to be said. She's so egregious. Back in 2008, she said she would stay in the presidential race just in case something happened to then Senator Obama. That's how thirsty she is for the presidency. She can't even give you a reason why she even running in the first place. A good reason why. Definitely ain't for civil rights. Definitely not to improve that. I mean, you can say one thing. You can say you want to rein in Wall Street, but we also know that Wall Street pays you $500,000 for a speech. You could say you want to do more to help African Americans, black and brown people, but we also know that during the civil rights era, you were working for Goldwater, a guy who opposed the civil rights. We know these things. And I guess for some odd reason, the corporate media wants to forget these things. But we're not going to forget these things. We're going to actually hold her accountable because she's a disaster. She's disastrous. We also know that Hillary Rodham Clinton is not going to try to keep us out of a war, because Hillary Rodham Clinton is the only candidate in this race, who has proposed a no-fly zone. Now I don't know if you guys remember, in the last debate, even President Obama is against a no-fly zone. And Hillary Rodham Clinton admitted to that. She said, I understand the president's concerned that it could lead to war, but blah, 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 blah. Go figure. She's going to start a no-fly zone to get us into a war. And our supporters don't give a damn. They'll say it's a well-thought-out plan, and we got to do it. When it's her turn to sell us out for white conservative voters, right wing, let's say that, her supporters are gonna hold the water for her. Her supporters they're gonna be down for her no matter what she does. She can start trying to slash Social Security benefits and put a cherry on top and make it sound all nice and sweet, like they're gonna be getting something out of it, and their response would be, well, it's a well thought out plan. We gotta do it. I'd rather her cut it than Republicans cut it. I mean, I'm just kind of giving you some of the script of what could go down just to save you guys on some of the drama. Just to save you on a little of the drama. It's going to be very interesting. It's also going to be very interesting the next few days to see how this thing all shakes out. But one thing's for sure, whether Hillary wins or Trump wins or Jill wins, if Jill doesn't make it, our revolution does not stop. We need you guys. We need you guys to stay. It's going to get very quiet after the election, guys. This is the time we need you guys. This is the time we need to continue to push forward. With this time, we need to continue to push forward. So when it comes around to election time again, we don't have to start all over. We need to build some momentum and keep going. We got some momentum now. We got more. We have room to grow, but we have some momentum now. Let's not lose that momentum. Let's not lose that momentum, because you know what? This is our moment. This is our moment to show them that we don't shrink to our challenges. We overcome them. We don't flinch to fear tactics. We take them head on. We're going to continue to do what they said couldn't be done. What the cynics said couldn't be done. Because, you know, as I always state, cynicism didn't put a man on the moon. It wasn't cynicism that done that. Cynicism didn't sign a civil rights bill. And cynicism will not bring about real change in this nation. It's going to take an economic revolution. It's going to take all of us being committed. And it's going to take all of us remembering not to get tired and we all have to back away from it for a minute, but we have to remember, never get too tired to stand up for what you believe in. Because there's going to be plenty of people standing up for what they believe in to make themselves richer at the expense of all of you. We have to keep that in mind. We have to stay focused, and remember where we started from. And when you remember where you started from, that's when you always stay encouraged to move forward. You have to remember where you started from, not where you at. None of us are where we are right now. But we got to keep that hope alive. We got to keep that hope. Our dreams can come true. Our voice can make a difference. Our voice can change the world. I'm Kendall Sullivan, and I'm going to leave it there. Have a great night, guys. Peace.